Shatta Wale is hiding something, and that particular thing is what is putting him into more troubles. Let me explain. Global Ghanaian dancehall sensation Charles Nii Armah Mensah, known everywhere as Shatta Wale, has been in and out of EOCO's headquarters regarding a scandal involving his yellow Lamborghini. You see, the first time Shatta Wale was linked with this particular scandal, EOCO officials went to the home of Shatta Wale where they claimed they were going to confiscate his yellow Lamborghini. However, Shatta Wale told them he would drive the Lamborghini to their office by himself and also present himself for questioning. When he did that, he was simply interrogated in their office and then left to go. He wasn't arrested, he wasn't detained. However, upon return home, Shatta Wale went straight to TikTok live where he was seen ranting, saying all sorts of things and then making all sorts of allegations and everything and making all the noise. He wasn't detained, he was simply interrogated, and he made all this noise regarding the case. However, the second time he had been to the office of EOCO, he presented himself for interrogation the second time, but he was detained and he had to sleep under custody, leading to his fans gathering in front of EOCO's office and making all noise, protesting and demanding his release. And then he was later released on bail of 10 million Ghana cedi, which was reduced to 5 million Ghana cedis, and then 2 sureties. Those 2 sureties should be gainfully employed. And this time, after coming back, he was detained though. When he came back, he didn't make any noise. He was rather thanking EOCO for taking him through the right process. Now, there's something here. The first time he wasn't detained, he came back and made so much noise. The second time he was even detained, yet he came back and he's thanking them for taking him through the right processes. There's something fishy, and I'll explain it to you. You see, Shatta Wale is known for possessing a lot of luxury cars and displaying them on social media. One of these luxury cars is a yellow Lamborghini. Now, recently we have seen that FBI from the United States of America have arrived in Ghana and they are cracking down on certain stolen cars. According to them, it's about 600 stolen cars or 300 stolen cars, and presently they have retrieved about 30 to 60 of those stolen cars. And now, apart from the stolen cars, there is also a scandal or a crackdown on fraud, cyber fraud, just cyber fraud. And then Shatta Wale's yellow Lamborghini is a car that is linked to one of these cyber fraud incidents, which is currently being investigated by FBI in collaboration with EOCO here in Ghana. But here is the thing: if FBI and EOCO are cracking down on people who engage in fraud and people who possess stolen cars, why is Shatta Wale's yellow Lamborghini, or why is Shatta Wale even part of this particular case? Because clearly Shatta Wale is a popular, a global musician who makes a lot of money from his music and brand deals, so he can afford any particular car he wants to. So why is he part of this particular crackdown? Well, here's what you need to know. The second time Shatta Wale was invited to the office of EOCO for interrogation. After several hours of interrogation, Shatta Wale was unable to clearly point out or identify the person from whom he bought the Lamborghini. He was also unable to clearly point out where exactly he bought the Lamborghini from. As if that is not enough, Shatta Wale further could not produce the right or legal official paper claiming ownership of the Lamborghini. The only papers he was able to produce was a clearance paper from the port, which had the name of somebody who has been arrested for fraud and jailed for 86 months in the United States of America. So here are some of the reasons why Shatta Wale has become an interest in the case of a crackdown on fraud and then stolen cars here in Ghana by FBI from the United States of America in collaboration with EOCO here in Ghana. EOCO said that after about 9 hours of interrogation, questioning and answering between them and then Shatta Wale, Shatta Wale finally claimed that he bought the car from somebody whose name he can only identify as Zach, and he bought the car from the streets. What do you mean by the street? He bought the car from the street from somebody who he can only identify as Zach. So EOCO were like, okay, give us the contacts of Zach so we can contact him and then take the investigation also from that point. Shatta Wale again claimed that he doesn't have the contact of Zach. Fishy. You bought a car of about $150,000 from somebody and you don't know the person and you don't also have the contact of the person again. Claim you bought the car from the streets. So this, together with the fact that he couldn't produce the right papers, intensified being an interest in this particular case. The reason is that this yellow Lamborghini, in which Shatta Wale is currently being dragged over, is central to a high-profile international investigation connected to a $4 million fraud. Presently, as it stands, Shatta Wale cannot claim ownership of this particular yellow Lamborghini because the document of this Lamborghini is registered in the name of somebody whose name is Nana Armah, a Ghanaian citizen who is currently serving a jail sentence in the US for a very high-profile fraud, a $4.7 million fraud which he did, and then he's currently serving 86 months prison in the US. This car is registered in his name, so presently Shatta Wale is not even the owner of the car. He claims he bought the car. He doesn't have papers to claim ownership of the car. So people are saying that he is trying to hide something. He is involved in something and he's trying to hide it by not revealing the names of all those involved. Allegedly. So good news is he has bought another Lamborghini, and this particular yellow one may be repatriated to the United States. It may be taken from him and sent to the United States.